Hello and welcome to your monthly TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are looking at October 2021. I can't quite wrap my head around that, but welcome. These are your TarotScopes for the month ahead. TarotScopes are released every single month on the last Friday of the month to give you insight, inspiration, and guidance for the month ahead. The videos will remain available to you throughout the month of October and even after that. So if you ever need to come back and watch again, you certainly can do so. TarotScopes, I have put them together to help you with insight, with guidance, with inspiration, looking at various or a few areas of life that I feel is relevant and appropriate for every one of us. So just a little bit of insight into the energies around what you can expect on emotions, what you can expect around finances, and what you can expect around your health, as well as giving you an overall kind of theme for the month ahead. And also, just before we finish off, I like to give a little bit of information as to what to watch out for and what to embrace, what to accept into your life during the month as well. I've had so many people say to me over the last couple of months when they've watched the TarotScopes that they've come back to it sort of closer to the end of the month or partway through the month, just as a reminder, just to sort of check. And there's so much that is applicable and appropriate. And I'm always a little bit blown away as to how relevant it can be for so many different people. I also, when I set up and start recording these videos, I do set the intention that it be applicable to your sun sign, which is your standard zodiac that we're all aware of, your moon sign, and your rising sign. So if you know what your moon sign is, if you know what your rising sign is, you can watch those videos as well, which will help you to have a little bit more information into you, what you're dealing with, and what you're going through. All I ask in return, if you do enjoy the content, all I ask is that you click that subscribe button over there. Click the subscribe button, and then if you click the little bell next to it, basically what happens is you will then receive a notification every single time I upload a video. At the moment, my upload schedule is a daily tarot reading, 7 days a week, Monday to Sunday. Actually, I'm lying to you, that's Monday to Saturday, because on Sundays I like to do Oracle Sundays. So Oracle Sundays, we do a little bit more of an in-depth reading. We give a little bit more guidance into the Sunday and into the week coming up. So you can almost look at it as a week ahead kind of forecast energetically. And then during the week, we'll have just a straightforward tarot reading to give guidance for the day. And then every Friday, we'll have something interesting. Normally it's a pick a card. Normally it's a pick a card kind of reading. And the last Friday or Friday of the month will be TarotScopes. And there may be one or two little other things that might crop in over the next month as well. So do be sure to click that subscribe button. And click the bell so that you don't miss anything. And of course, if you want more from me, there's always more. Now I sound like I'm an advert, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm trying to sell myself to you. But if you want more, if you would like to have personal reading with me once a week, do consider joining my YouTube channel members. So just once you've clicked subscribe, just beneath over there, you will find, once you've clicked subscribe, you will find a button that says join. And when you join there on the second or the third tier, every single Wednesday evening, South African time, 7 p.m., I do live readings where you get to ask questions and you get to get instant answers from me. The channel is growing so nicely. I have so many members already, and I love it. It is just, we have so much fun on a Wednesday evening. It's so interactive, it's so fun, and I know that everybody who's part of the club just can't wait for Wednesdays to come along. So let me stop babbling now. I'm finished with my sales pitch. Let's get into your TarotScopes, because that is, of course, exactly why you are here and what you are looking for. So we're going to get started, and I do hope that you enjoy. All right, Taurus, let's get into it and let's see what does the month of October 2021 have in store for you. We're going to start with this card over here. So I am using the same layout or spread as I did last month, and I think the month before that. So it seems to work. Everybody seems to like it. So Taurus, let's have a look and see what is your theme for the month ahead. What is your theme for October 2021? Oh, look at that. Actually, let me pick it up and show you, because it's really gorgeous. So Taurus, what we've got is gratitude. there's a full stop, and then it says again, gratitude. You know, I think that as a theme for the month, I think it's really awesome because it says to you immediately, even before we've looked at any of these other cards, this is telling you that things are working out well. You're in a good space. There's good things happening where there's progress, there's evolution, there's change, there's all of these kind of things. And it's time to take note of that. It's time to actually pay attention to all that's working out for you, all that's going well for you, and to give gratitude. I am such an advocate for gratitude. I really am. I am such an advocate. And I believe that if every single one of us practice a little bit more gratitude in our lives, in our situations, in our circumstances, I believe that things, situations, and circumstances will only get better. So, gratitude again is your theme, Taurus, and it's saying to us, and I'm sure we're going to see when we look at all the other cards, that let's acknowledge all the success, all the happiness, all the joy that we have in our lives. Let's give gratitude for all of that so that we can attract more of the same, more success, more happiness, more joy into our lives. All right. So Taurus, we're now going to look at these three cards across the top of the table, and this is going to give us, we're going to start off with this one over here, which is going to give us our emotions for the month. We're going to look at finances, and we're going to look at health and well-being. So on an emotional level for the month of October, I nearly forgot what month we're in. Let's have a look and see. So look at that. I get so excited. You're probably all sitting there going, oh my gosh, what is she saying? Right, let's have a look. This is the dreaded death card, Taurus, but nobody's dying, okay? Let's just put that out there. Remember, this has got to do with our emotions. Our theme is gratitude. On an emotional level, it's telling you about change because that's what the death card is. It's about transformation. You cannot change unless you let go of the past. And when we let go of something, it is like that thing has died, okay? Just because something is dead doesn't mean it's forgotten, doesn't mean it's insignificant, doesn't mean it's not important. We continue to love, we continue to hold emotions, we continue to be grateful for everything that we've experienced with that person, with that situation, and with that circumstance. With this death card coming up in your area of emotions, it means that there's a change, to a major change, a big change to the way that you feel, to situations, circumstances, and people. I think what this is saying to you, the fact that we've got gratitude again, it's about acknowledging that emotionally you've come out of a really bad, difficult situation, that you have a difficult situation has ended, has come to a completion. It is finished so that you can be reborn, rebirthed, and start again. I actually want to show you, these cards are so beautiful. So if we have a look at this particular death card, if you look at the bottom here, you can see it's her dress. But as we go up, suddenly we're seeing her ribs, and now suddenly we're seeing through her, inside of her. So what's real? Is this real? Or is this real across the top here? And you see, if you look at like her collarbones and everything, it's like suddenly there it looks like it's just a dress, but is it just a dress? So it's like what is real and what's not real. That's what's the true story behind this particular death card. And Taurus, for you on an emotional level, when it comes to feelings, when it comes to your emotions, to your love connections with those nearest and dearest and significant in your life, you are changing. You have evolved, you have progressed, you have changed. Therefore, your relationships have to change as well. And let's be grateful for that. Let's acknowledge the change, the growth, everything. Let's acknowledge it so that we can help the evolution. But it's a case of recognizing it's not that your situations, you are the one that is different. You are the one that is evolving. You are the one that's changing. Therefore, everything else around you is. So, on an emotional level, there are changes. Embrace it, accept it, welcome it, because if you practice gratitude, more change will come. And it's always positive change. It's never a negative change. Okay. The negativity has happened. The bad has happened. The hardships and the hurt and the pain and the discomfort, it's already happened. That's finished. Now, what comes is beauty, happiness, joy, success, abundance on an emotional level. And let's be grateful for that. Oh, I love it. I get so excited. So excited. All right. So, Taurus, let's move on to your finances. So, from a money point of view, what does the month of October have in store for you? Let's have a look and see what we've got. We have got, A bit of a glare, first of all, please excuse the glare. But what we have is the Knight of Cups. And again, this excites me. This really excites me, Taurus, because first of all, she's sitting in a lotus flower. Okay, so this lotus flower, which is on the water, and if you know anything about lotus flowers, they come through the most darkest, murkiest, dirtiest, muddiest waters. They push through, they persevere until eventually they come up to the top. And when they do open, when they do blossom, it is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. She is one, she is part of, but look what she's doing. She has taken a heart and she is playing it like it's a guitar. Okay? She is playing a heart like it is a guitar, and she is making beautiful music. It is the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is the card of showing love, showing appreciation, showing gratitude. Financially, because remember that's the question here. Financially, it's about again practicing gratitude for the success, for the happiness, being joyful, acknowledging all that you do have, all that you have accumulated, all that you have, celebrating the lessons, the achievements, the accomplishments, and the gains. Okay, financially, acknowledge, practice gratitude for all that you have, and if you do that, you will attract more. This is confirming, the lotus flower here is confirming that you have just come out of a really, really difficult time period. Okay, finances haven't been easy. Finances have been so difficult, but this is confirmation that that's behind you now, that you have come through it. You are now out of it. It's behind you. It has passed. So let's practice gratitude. And you know, something else that I firmly believe when it comes to practicing gratitude, that glare just bugs me there. When it comes to practicing gratitude, when it comes to acknowledging the challenges. To me, we have to learn the lessons from the hardships. We have to acknowledge and understand what it is that we gained by going through the difficult times. When you do, when you acknowledge, it's almost like we then learn the lesson. And once we've learned the lesson, we don't have to do it again. But if you find your life is on repeat, financially, challenge after challenge, difficulty after difficulty, if there is that repeated pattern, it's because you're not learning the lesson. Okay, and the universe, spirit, will continue to give you the same situation again and again, again and again, again and again, until you learn. So let's do that now. And let's be grateful for the hardships, not only for the good times. And that's why it's telling you gratitude again, Taurus. It's about acknowledging all that you've done, seeing the benefit of the hardships, of the difficulties, but also, most importantly, about recognizing that it is behind you, recognizing that you have come through that, that you've overcome it, and where you are now is playing sweet music, sweet, sweet music. So continue to play your guitar, continue to play the sweet music, continue to do that. Big shows of love and affection. And if you can do that with regards to your finances, if you can practice gratitude and acknowledge the change to the circumstances, the positive change, you will certainly be attracting so much more. I love it. Okay, Taurus, we're now going to go into our third card, and this is the card that's going to give you your health and well-being. So on a physical, we've looked at emotions, we've looked at finances, and now we're going to look at a health and well-being. What do you need to know? What is important and significant? We have got the beautiful and the gorgeous Three of Wands. So the artwork on these cards, I mean, it's just exquisite, absolutely exquisite. But what we've got here, so she is the mountain. Look at her hair as it's coming down. We can use her hair as rope to ascend, to climb, to experience, to explore. But the Three of Wands, it's about waiting for the right moment before we make changes, okay? So, but we've made the decision. The decision is made. We are progressing. We are moving. We are advancing. We are moving forward. But we're just waiting for the ship to come in. You can see that she's holding a ship in her hands. There we go. She's holding a ship in her hands. You can see all the birds. And you know, when there's a ship around and all the birds, you know that there is food. You know that there is abundance, that there is all of these kind of things, okay? So as soon as she puts the ship into the water, let's sail. Let's go. On a physical level, Taurus, what this is saying to you is that you know what you need to do. You know, you've already made the decision. You already have the plan. You already know what you need to do to improve on your current situation. I do think looking at the shape in the card, looking at the main figure, that there may be things that are niggling at you. There may be a couple of issues on a physical level that might be coming to a head, okay? Because that's what I'm getting from this particular card. And this is Spirit saying to you, don't ignore it. All right, deal with it. You know what you have to do, so let's do that. Let's just set things in motion and let's start living our best life. And if you can do that, you're going to overcome and you will be able to practice gratitude in all the ways that you do. So, Taurus, October is certainly looking fabulous. On an emotional level, it's about recognizing and acknowledging how you've changed, how you are no longer the same person. The things that make you happy is different. It's different from what it's been in the past. And that is wonderful. Financially, you have come out of a really deep, dark, bad situation, but you've come out of it. Now it's time to start playing the sweet music and acknowledging the differences, the positives, the growth, and everything that you've been working towards. And the Three of Wands here, from a health and well-being point of view, things are coming to a head so that you can initiate and act on the things that you need to make the changes that need to be made in your life. All right. Remember, gratitude always, always. I'm actually even going to say to you, Taurus, for every single one of you watching this for the month of October, whenever it is that you watch this, give yourself 28 days, okay? 28 days is all I'm asking. Whenever you watch this video, from there, start. Every single night before you fall asleep, as you're lying in bed, you've got your eyes closed. Take a minute and list 5 things that you are grateful for that happened, that you experienced, that you got to know about, that you, whatever it is of that day. You're not allowed to have the same things in every day. It has to be 5 new things. Find 5 new things every day to be grateful for. It could be a really good meal that you ate with your family. It could be your family. It could be your job. It could be the fact that you had good weather that day. It could be simple things, or it could be really deep, complicated. That's up to you. But for 28 days, for 4 weeks, every night before you fall asleep, just acknowledge 5 new things to be grateful for. And if you can do that, if you can practice that gratitude again and again, again and again, I can almost guarantee you that by the end of the 28 days, your life will be just phenomenal. Just phenomenal. You will be a completely different person. Your finances will be flowing so much easier, and your health will be so much better than it is right now. But it's about practicing gratitude again and again. All right, so Taurus, we've got 2 cards left. What we're looking at with these 2 cards over here is, what do you need to embrace during the month of October, and what do you need to be careful of during the month of October? So let's have a look. What do you need to embrace? And the card we've got there for you is the 7 of Cups. So 7 of Cups is the card of choices and options, and this is what you need to embrace. And I think, again, it ties in so beautifully with gratitude, because Taurus, what Spirit is saying to you here is that you do have choices and options, that you're never limited and restricted. You're never forced into doing anything. You never have no choice. You have so much choice, so many choices. And sometimes that can be quite overwhelming. We get that, okay? And Spirit is saying to you to just embrace this, just embrace the fact that there are options, that there are possibilities, that there is more than one available to you. And when you are grateful for that, when you accept that, when you welcome that, suddenly it becomes easier to make the decisions, to make the changes, to make the choices. And I'm wondering if this isn't connected to all 3 of those, okay? So embrace the fact that you have choice. Embrace the fact that there is options available to you. Don't allow yourself to get caught in, as I often say, analysis paralysis, where we're so worried about, what if I make the wrong decision? What if I choose incorrectly? What if I don't? Just accept the fact that there is many available. Grab one, go for it, and live your best life. So that's what to embrace. Now we're going to have a look at what you should be careful of or watch out for during the month of October. And what we've got here is the Knight of Swords, which I find very, very interesting. So here she is. I'm going to call her surfing on a feather. She has got her wand, and she is directing herself. But what I actually want you to see on her dress is all the writing. looks like a newspaper article that's on her dress here. And she's very focused, she's very determined, she's just moving in a forward direction. There is definitely some magic around her as well. And I think what the message for you here, Taurus, is Spirit saying to you, be careful of being so focused on doing that you forget all of these other things, okay? Because that's what the Knight of Swords is. The Knight of Swords is somebody who's not really noticing the people, the situations, and the circumstances around them. They just have function, have purpose, and they're just going. Nothing and nobody is going to, knock them off. No, nothing or nobody is going to stop them from achieving what they have set out to. And I think this is Spirit saying to you, don't be that person. There are times where we need to be that person, absolutely. But for the entire month, it's more about the feelings. I can definitely see, and I know Taurus, I know we're not very, emotional people, but we need to be, okay? We need to be, because it's all about gratitude of the good and the bad, gratitude of what we've been through. And the Knight of Swords is somebody who is just focused. And I know focus is not a bad thing, but too much focus, too much of anything actually is bad. And this is what Spirit is saying to you. This is what we need to watch out for, that we are not so fixated on goals that we miss everything else on the in between. So I'm not done with you yet, Taurus, not done yet, okay? What I want to do now is I have another deck here in front of me, and this is the Oracle deck that goes with this tarot set. Um, and I'm focusing on these two cards across the bottom here. So I just want to ask Spirit, for all Taurus energy, what else does Spirit need you to know? What else do we need to embrace or watch out for? What else can Spirit offer to each one of you for the embrace and watch for the month of October? And we're going to take that card over there. Let's have a look and see what we've got. We have got card 35, which talks about a long way home. Look at it. So we have this hot air balloon-ish. I'm calling it a balloon-ish because we've got an anchor at the bottom. We then have this beautiful castle kind of environment. I don't know what that animal is. Oh, it's an elephant. I couldn't quite make it out. And obviously it's a hot air balloon, which looks like it could be a little bit circus-y or whatever. I'm actually going to stick it right here in between these two. So what is a long way home? It's telling you that the change, the evolution, the progress that you've made, that you are making, we're not done yet. There is still a ways to go. We still have a long way to go, but it's about acknowledging how much we have already changed on an emotional level, how much we've already gone through on a on a financial level, and the things that we still want to accomplish on a physical level. It's about recognizing that you do have choices and options available always, and we mustn't be so focused that we forget about the now, even though there is still a ways to go. But again, if we start practicing more gratitude on a daily basis, this whole process will be just so much easier, quicker, simpler, more uncomplicated. Taurus, I do hope that October is a fabulous month for you. I do hope that this reading gives you the inspiration and the guidance that you need whenever you need it during the month. With love and blessing, from my heart to yours, until we connect again. Take care.